Not to be dramatic, but one of my superpowers is packing. I have traveled and not to mention moved abroad a lot of times the past like 3, 4, 5 years. And it can be really annoying having to pack your life in 1 or maybe 2 suitcases if you're lucky. And I still think it is, but at least I've gotten pretty good at it. Right now I moved into a dorm without any duvet or kitchen equipment or anything, and if you moved into a shared flat you probably wouldn't need anything. So then I need to think about that as well. So today I thought I would unpack with you guys. I need to unpack as soon as I get somewhere. So I kind of forgot to explain what I was doing. So I'm from Norway, but I moved to Gdańsk in Poland just for fun because I'm an online student. So here's what I packed for that. My ticket included check-in luggage, carry-on, and a backpack under the seat. So let's start with this. This is probably the least interesting, but I want to get it out. I bring my water bottle wherever I go. Entertainment on the plane, I started reading this. My headset, and then my mom made me 2 lunches. That's dinner for today, which I really recommend while traveling or especially moving somewhere. I'm gonna go to the grocery store anyways just because I think it's fun and I need to like get stuff for tomorrow and stuff, but just knowing if I really didn't want to do that or something happened during the day or whatever, just like taking that stress off. I have food to like survive today. It's really nice. Then we have an umbrella. I'm very sure this is gonna die soon. A charger, wallet, passport, and AirPods. Did I mention those? Sunglasses? Just want to crunch them in my real luggage. And then let's move on to the carry-on. They often have weight requirements, but I have not once experienced that people actually weigh it. So I always try to fill this up with heavy things. First off, I brought my tripod. That's pretty heavy. Then we have slippers. These are probably my most used shoes. And it's just so convenient to have like a pair of non-sneakers. These 2 pretty heavy. Running shoes. Ideally, I would have brought my own gym shoes too, but I'm only staying for 2 months. So I thought I might as well just use them for that. And that's one thing I've learned about traveling and repacking my life all the time. It doesn't hurt to live below your means. Obviously, it would be more ideal if I could have brought my whole closet, all my running shoes, all my gym shoes. Not that I have that many. Again, it might differ if I was gonna stay here even longer. But those are like the types of compromise I always ask myself when I pack for moving places. A mini speaker does the job. As I said, this kitchen is not equipped. So I brought this one that I can use for drinks, but also carry around with me and for hot drinks as well. Multi-purpose. Norwegian chocolate. Every time I go abroad, I get so disappointed by the candy section, and especially chocolate, so I always need to bring one of those. And in here we have face cloth. I just forgot, so then I just threw it in there last minute. It seems like this curtain is actually pretty good, but I brought an eye mask as well because you never know and you want to be able to sleep. I brought a total of 2 purses. Again, ideally I would have had more, but like really all you need is 1 big one and a color one just for fun, and then 1 smaller basic and black one so that every outfit is covered. Like it's just not worth it to me. If you love your purses, like prioritize that, but again, that's something you have to discuss with yourself about what do you need to cut out to bring those purses, let's say. A sweater, also kind of last minute, so that's why that's here. And I might be a crazy person, but I brought 5 additional books. So this is what I down prioritized my purses for. And I see how a Kindle would be practical in that way, but I really like reading. I really want to read, and so that's something I prioritize. It's compact and takes a little space, but like for all the entertainment or knowledge I get from this, I personally think it's worth it, so that's why I bring it. Pencil case, you always need a pen or scissors or something, so I always bring that. And lastly, I have my blue light glasses. And then onto the main luggage, which honestly isn't that much besides clothes, but there are a few things that I want to talk about. By the way, I'm a lazy traveler too, so I didn't make this, but I was allowed to bring 23 kilos. This was 18. I could have brought even more. Which is very annoying, but whatever. I don't have a microphone and I'm very far away from the camera, so I'm sorry, but it'll have to do. So the first thing here is my pillow and a whole duvet. It's honestly not that crazy because again, I don't have that here. I would really love to not have this stress my first day, a new place, that I have to find stuff for my bed. I moved to the US to do the Disney program and brought those just because I knew that, and it really doesn't take that much space. It is very light. And people, again, were stressing out the first day. They're there, which is not ideal, and then they can't find what they want. But then they have to buy something anyways because they have to sleep there that day, and then they have to buy something else the other day, and that's just like the opposite of sustainable. Buying something new of stuff that you have is obviously just consumerism, and I'm not here to like talk about that, but like for the environment, for your wallet, of course, and then again the social aspect of just like the stress that comes with it. But now if I didn't feel like going out today, I could just throw on this bedding, which I also did bring, and call it a day without stressing at all. The same goes for towels, hand towel, the face cloth I brought, and a bigger one. Again, Again, ideally I would have had more pairs, but I would rather wash this often. Then now that I could have brought even more, I probably should have done that. But again, really not a big deal to just wash those and dry them in the same day or whatever. And then a few kitchen things. I love ice cubes, so I needed to bring this. A spatula. And then I have a blanket here with a bowl inside, a mini cutting board, a kitchen towel, and scissors, of course, and then one of each utensil, as well as a cutting knife. And now this is my own fault because now I could have brought a plate. I just thought those were too heavy, so I didn't bother. That is like something I would rather buy one of here. It's really not that expensive, and I could just leave it here for the next person who lives here. But I did bring 2 paper plates just in case I didn't find that immediately. Again, taking that stress off. Toiletries. I'm not going to talk too much about those either, but here I also brought face wash, conditioner, and shampoo. I don't know how much of these I consume in 2 months, so maybe it's not enough. If it is, great. If not, that's also not the worst thing to buy new of, but also it's not worth to bring more than this. I think the last is just clothes. I would recommend moving to warm places if you don't need warm clothes. Yeah, that's basically it. I want to talk about mobile decorations though, because I really love having a cute space. This was a very nice place, to be honest, but I love having like a little personalized space, and greens helps a lot. So what I always bring are these fake plants that I can hang like wherever, because they do so much but take no weight or space. And something else that take no weight or space are pictures with thumbtack. Pictures obviously make it very personalized and colorful, and these two combined especially, it's just very cute. So these are my go-to mobile decorations. Also forgot to have an outro, but thank you so much for watching. Kind of chaotic, but this was what I packed and what I have usually packed when I have moved abroad alone. So hopefully it was helpful, and thank you for watching.